Morning, my friends. I'm Live Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa here. Thank you for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. I think I've got the weekend weather figured out for you, and I know you've been looking at this silly thing and probably saying, it's going to rain. No, it's not going to rain. No, it is going to. I got you covered. Just leave it to me. We'll go over that. And there's been a what they call a CME, coronal mass ejection, a couple of them actually, on the sun a couple of days ago heading toward Earth. So yesterday we had a chance of a moderate geomagnetic storm. Now they've kicked that up to a strong. So we'll look at that just a little bit too. And good morning to everybody. I haven't seen anybody weigh in there and say hi yet. What's going on? Unfriendly this morning, are we? All right, satellite picture shows you that, other than a few patches of clouds, some around the Detroit area with an isolated shower and stretching into Oakland County back toward Lansing, those clouds will dissipate, but otherwise we got a really pretty day lined up for you. Danielle Garl, you win the prize of the first helloer. Hello to Otisville. And Nancy Gindelsberger, good morning to you. Cheryl Masters, good morning. And Deborah Hauser from Saginaw Township. All right, so let's go right into the weekend. They are getting very important at this time of the year, aren't they? Projects to get finished before winter and fun to get finished. All right, so here we go. This afternoon, again, an isolated thunder shower. They were very isolated yesterday with a couple little spots of hail. They're only about 5 miles wide here and there. Lesser amounts today, and then dry tonight. And then this is tomorrow afternoon, and maybe a thunderstorm up in the UP, but that's about it. Tomorrow afternoon looks great. Remember, the black squiggly lines, those are pressure lines. The more pressure lines we have, the more wind. Look at that. One pressure line in lower Michigan. My rule of thumb, 5 mile per hour gusts for every one pressure line. So we're talking about light wind conditions. Chad Douglas wondering about the weather in Bowling Green, Ohio this Friday, heading there this weekend. Okay, so we'll see Bowling Green on the map there for you, Chad. So now we're at Friday. This is Friday morning, Friday afternoon. Look at that. Beautiful, and beautiful in Bowling Green too. Saturday, rain? Nope. This is 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Hey, Hawks. That's one you don't hear about a whole lot. Good morning, Diane Schultz from Hawks up in Northeast Lower Michigan. All right, I got to speak Spanish to Chris. Hola. 14-hour workday. Yikes. So this is Saturday afternoon right there. So Lower Michigan, you got a great Saturday afternoon. Maybe the clouds start to filter in on the west side of the state. The UP, you're going to start to get into the showers on Saturday. This is Sunday morning. Actually, late Saturday night into Sunday morning. Clouds up, starts to get showery in the southwest corner, maybe even in the southeast corner. This is Sunday morning. I'm sorry, I might have said that wrong. So Saturday, the old brain sometimes. Saturday is dry in Lower Michigan and a good-looking day. Saturday night, Sunday morning is when it turns showery in the southern part of the state. And then as we go into Sunday afternoon, then a much larger area of showers and a little more significant rainfall. When you see that blue in a 6-hour period, that's a ½ inch to an inch of rain in a 6-hour period. That's a solid, steady rain. It's not a torrential downpour, but it's a you don't want to be outside in it type rain. And then this is Sunday night. The rain shifts into the thumb, into the agricultural areas. Much, much needed. Lynn Savage getting that pole barn going in Sterling. Good. You can get that you can get that done lickety split. Monday, still showery, and maybe Tuesday, but this model tends to be a little hang things back a little bit too much. So I would anticipate that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday will be nice. And then at 10 days out, it brings a cold front through, and that will be a cold front. Remember, I've warned you that each cold front now, and not scary, but each cold front can bring the temperature down a few degrees to 5 degrees from the highs. That means the cold fronts in very late August, early September bring us down to high temperatures around 70 degrees for a couple of days. It's happening, folks. All right, how much rainfall out of this? Looks like it should be a pretty good rain eventually. Now, this is through Saturday night. So look at Lower Michigan, dry. And then this is Sunday. Turns wet, and then add on some on Monday, and then add on some on Friday, and we could have 1 to 2 inches of rain in a lot of places in the next 10 days. So we can certainly use that. Temperatures look gorgeous, about 80 today, and then inch it up a couple of degrees in the low 80s Thursday. Saginaw Valley still continues to stay a couple of degrees warmer in the mid 80s. And then Friday, we'll call it, a lot of places will be 82 to 85 degrees. Maybe some places around Saginaw, Bay City, Saginaw County, inching toward 90. Saturday, 85 to 90 degrees. Sunday, remember the clouds come into the south and showers first in the south, not in the north. So you're looking at warm, hot up in Alpena and in Hawks and in Charlevoix, and you're looking cooler with some showers in the south, but not chilly. And then Monday with the showers around. Good morning, Sherry Harris. And then Tuesday in the 80s. Excuse me. Wednesday, 80s. Thursday, back to the upper 80s. Friday, upper 80s south, 50s north. What does that sound like? That sounds like progression to fall. And one last thing to leave you with. The Storm Weather Prediction Center, that's a branch of NOAA, now predicts the possibility of a strong geomagnetic storm on August 18th. That means that northern lights would be likely in northern Michigan if you can get to a clear spot, a high spot. I've already talked to my wife about this. If we could get up to a high spot, maybe toward Frankfort or Alberta or Leelanau County, look north out over Lake Michigan, might be a good time. We'll try to keep you updated on that. I'm going to post more on that online on MLive here very shortly. So look for that, some more information, and enjoy the weather. We don't have any rain in most places until Sunday, and by that time, we'll need it. I know it's the weekend. You probably don't want it on Sunday. Hey, you know what? Fortunately, we don't control that, because if we did control that, guess what? We'd have arguments over whether it should rain or shouldn't rain. So there you go. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. We'll see you back here tomorrow.